This is what's interesting about this, because a lot of people are saying, oh, again, we're going to talk about blaming the wealthy and the rich and the big corporations, right? The whole Luigi Mangione thing really amplified the hate people have on big business, really. And insurance companies, healthcare is big business, big pharma is big business. And people are talking about how the wildfire is going, is going to affect the coverages. And then before the wildfire had already happened, a lot of insurances, like Allstate, for example, had already opted out, and they stopped renewing policies for areas that were heavy on wildfires in California. So people that are on this mentality of tax the rich, the rich are bad, big business is bad, they're obviously going to say, no, the government isn't the problem. It's the insurance companies. They're evil. They're the ones that don't want to cover the expenses of these poor victims that lost and burned their homes. Really? Well, how about we look at what government policy has done to insurance companies, shall we? So there's a very good article that I was like, wow, I'm actually surprised that AP News did this. So AP News has a really good article that happened. This was December 30th, 2024. And I'm going to read it to you. This is: insurance companies that stopped providing home coverage to hundreds of thousands of Californians in recent years as wildfires became more destructive will have to again provide policies in fire-prone areas if they want to keep doing business in California under state regulation announced on Monday. So, just on that alone, because there's been way too many wildfires over the years, insurance companies are saying, I cannot continue covering you guys. There's way too much damage. And the government of California is saying, yeah, well, you're going to have to cover us regardless. And they made a law to kind of force them to cover. However, when you force a private company to do something, what they're going to do is they're going to opt out completely. And that's going to affect, at the end of the day, the consumer. So the federal government is trying to protect the consumer by forcing the insurance companies to cover the consumer. But the insurance company, because they're independent, they're going to be like, you don't tell me what to do. I'm an independent company. How about this? I can leave California altogether. And you just lost me as a provider. And that's pretty much what's happening. It's been happening for a long time. And now that all these fires are just going rampant, California is going to have a really rude awakening, because a lot of insurance providers are not going to insure them. They're going to leave. So the rule will require home insurers to offer coverage in high-risk areas. So they're forcing them to cover in high-risk areas, something the state has never done. Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara, who Bill O'Reilly spoke about that in News Nation with Cuomo. I want to find that video once we're done with this video that you're going to pop up, because that video really sums up what's going on here. So insurers will have to start increasing their coverage by 5% every 2 years until they hit the equivalent of 85% of their market share. That means if an insurer writes 20 out of every 100 state policies, they need to write 17 in high-risk areas, Lara office said. Major insurers like State Farm and Allstate have stopped writing new policies in California due to fears of massive losses from wildfires and other natural disasters. Exactly what I just said. If you're going to have an area that's at high risk all the time and they have to be paying out all the time, they're going to be like, dude, I can't continue paying you out. Like, you need to figure this out. There's a reason why there's too many wildfires. What are you doing?